Okay, thank you for the confirmation. So before we start the class, let's just pray based on our faith for sure. Okay, so uh, today we will talk about reading strategies. And before we start the material, I have an announcement actually for you. So I already put you in groups, and also what is it? Mm, chose the leader of this class. So the leader of this class will be Muhammad Rifan, and Muhammad Rifan will be helped by Yota. So, right. Sorry, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes, okay. So Rifan and Yota, are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Rifan and Yota will help me through the semester for the whole semester. Your job is actually, of course, studying, learning English in this class, and and then during the class, please record your friends' activity. I mean, those who can give me question or can answer my question or give comment like that. So you just need to give them 1 point. Okay, just give mark to those who are active at in every classes. Okay, in every class. And later, I will send to both of you the list of the students' names. So maybe you can just put 1 mark, or yeah, just mark that that student is active in this class. Active means that they ask me questions, or they can answer my questions, or they give comment or give their ideas like that. Okay, Rifan and Yota.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Right. So, for this class, K17, class 17, there will be 12 groups in this class. So 10 groups consists of one leader and 5 members, and 2 groups consist of one leader and 4 members. So the name written in black, that will be the leader of the group. Okay, it is very different, leader of a class and leader of a group. So leader of a group is written in the black one, and that is the person, of course, who is in charge for the group. And I chose those leader of the group based on their what is it, score, a good score from last week, the pre-test. Yeah, that's why the group leaders must assist and supervise their members. And here, okay, so why do I put you in groups? Of course, this is, I want to build the intensive collaborative learning. So if one of you or some of you do not understand about the material, then you can have a discussion with your group. Then it can be leader or maybe other group who understand the material can explain, can re-explain what my explanation. And of course, because this is the English class, so please try to speak English. Okay, if you get stuck with 1 word or 2 words or so on, you don't know how to say it, yes, of course you can speak in Bahasa Indonesia, but of course it will not be in a whole session you speak in Bahasa Indonesia. And here are the groups itself. So group 1 until group 6, those name written in both one are the leader of the group. Okay, here is. So actually, I already upload this one in Schoology. So later, if you forgot your group, then you can just check in Schoology later because I haven't published the folder. Yeah, I will publish the folder in Schoology after we end the meeting. And this is the group 7 until group 12. 7 until group 12. Right, because there are only 12 groups in this class. So those are the groups. Actually, now I'm going to stop share. Yes, Nadif, Rajendra.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to report that a few of our classmates have already moved, so some of the names on this list isn't accurate.
Okay, so it's like they moved to other university, yeah? It's okay.
Yes,
That's
other instances.
all right. Do you know who are they?
In my group, there's Rifto. In group 10, there's Stefanos.
Okay, Rifto and Stefanos. All right. All right. So then you don't need to include Rifto and group 10, Kiko. You don't need to include Stefanus in your group. Yeah. So whenever you do the group work assignment, do not write their name on your group. Okay. So that's fine. You will have 4 members only then. Yeah. Okay, Nadif.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And oh yeah, so for all the group leaders, whenever there is a group assignment, then of course you do it together, right, with your group. If there is 1 or 2 members or some members who do not take any responsibility in doing the group work assignment, means that you have to report it to me. Yeah, you can DM me through WhatsApp. Okay, just DM that this student cannot be reached or this student do not doesn't do his or her part in the group work assignment. So I apply these rules actually not only for this class but also from for other classes and from previous semesters as well, previous years as well. So so for all the group leaders, so please be honest and be wise as well. Yeah, because you are the group leader, right? So I'm going to stop share this one. Well, actually, starting from today, we will, for today, actually, there will be an assignment, which is a group work assignment. So you will be in that group. And those groups, okay, the group that I already divide you into groups, will be last until the end of this semester. Ya, jadi nanti kalau misalnya ada tugas lagi, what is it? Group or assignment, uh, your friend will be the same with your exact group. Ya, the member will be the same. Jadi nggak akan what is it? Ganti-ganti atau berubah-ubah. Right. Any question? Not yet. Yeah. So I'm going to share hang on, the material for today. Right. So do you still remember about these things? I gave it to you, 2 pictures, 2 article titles last week. So now I'm going to explain to you why or what is the relationship between those 2 pictures and those 2 article titles with our class, critical reading. Well, basically, when you read or when you see something or when you watch something, two increase your critical thinking, you need to ask to yourself. For example, with this first picture, some students said, okay, it's the consumerism, it's addiction, it's a junk food, it's what is it? Drinking too many alcohols like that. So too much alcohol. So uh, it's not only that. So to increase your critical thinking, again, you need to ask to yourself by what? By using this 5W1H. So we already know about these things since our maybe junior high school or maybe from junior high school. The 5W1H. So you can apply this question word to hang on to here. For example, if I see this picture, the art exhibition, then I will ask to myself where this art exhibition is, or when this picture released or published, or who is the painter, or why do the painter draw some people who look at a picture, which in the picture that the people are looking back to them. Okay, so looking at to them back like that. So by asking those questions, it will definitely increase your critical thinking because you ask your brain to work at that time, to work harder. Yeah, so later you will have a good critical thinking because it will lead you to be curious, find out um, the answer of it. And the same thing with this article title: alcohol influences many parts of your body. Then I can ask to myself, which parts of the body? What are the influences? Which type of alcohol? Okay, the same thing with this playing with rubber post land safely after blown tires. Let's say I don't understand about the words blown tires, then I will ask to myself, what is blown tires? Then later I will look it up from the dictionary, just like that. Okay, I want to check, does my is my voice clear?
It's crystal clear.
Very clear. Okay, thank you. So that is the relationship between pictures, title. So later and in your daily life, reading, critical reading, we read, it doesn't mean we only read the statement, we only read sentence, text, paragraphs. No, but we also read the pictures, we also read the movie, a film, drama, like that. So read there meaning that we analyze what happened after that, or the details of it, or what happened behind those moment, like that. Okay, now usually when we are in a reading process, okay, actually there are three steps in reading process. The first one is before reading, during reading, and the last one is after reading. So in the step before reading, there are sub steps, okay, sub steps, which is we do previewing, predicting, and then we connect ideas. So the preview here, it is actually from the word pre and view. Pre is before, view is look, right? But it doesn't mean before look. So usually when we go to bookstore or library, we pick a book, okay, and then we will see the cover first, and then we do previewing. We do previewing means that we look at what is the title of the book, who is the author, who is the publisher, when does this book publish, like that. When is the book published? So that is what is being called as previewing. So we see something that whether the book or the novel is interesting enough to read or not. So we do previewing. And then after we do previewing, we have prediction. We make predictions. So we predict, okay, after we read the title, then we will predict what the book or the novel will be talking about. Okay, what will be inside that book or novel. And after that, connecting means that we connect our basic knowledge with something that may be inside that book. Okay, inside that book. So it's still what is it, have a connection. It's still related between predicting and connecting. That is the activity before reading. Yeah, before reading. So it means that before we read the inside. During reading, okay, so in a bookstore, in a library, when we are interested in one book, then we take it and then we buy it. And then later, when you read, you maybe do underlining or highlighting with markers for sure, highlighters. And then sometimes we make annotation, and sometimes we make outlining. Okay, we will talk about these things in details after this. And then after that, after reading, we should check whether our understanding is correct or not about that book or novel. So we make a response. What is your response about the information inside the book? Whether you agree or whether you disagree. And then after that, sometimes when we are learning, we are studying something, and we don't want to forget about what we already read, then we make summary. So we make summary about what we already read from that book. Summary by paraphrasing. So paraphrasing itself is copy and paste. So it's only paraphrasing. So we write it in our own words, like that. Now, underlining. Basically, underlining is coming from this word, underline. Underline, of course, we already know what is underline and what to underline, to be honest. Okay, so we usually underline the important details, right? It can be words, phrases, illustrations, numbers, etc., etc. Of course, that we think that it is important, then we underline it. So what to be underlined? Um, of course, these four things: the main idea, and then what are the support for the main idea. Okay, and answers for your own questions. So remember, in the previewing and predicting and connecting, so before reading, sometimes, not sometimes, we make a question. We make questions like I previously told you to increase your critical thinking. We ask ourselves, right? We ask ourselves about the question that we don't understand. Then later, when you are reading and you find that the answer of those questions, you just need to underline it. So it means that you will be you will understand the book clearly rather than not. And the keyword here can be about date or maybe name of something, the Latin name of something, like that. Yeah. And annotating. Right. Anybody knows what is annotating? Please raise your hand. What is annotating? Yes, Hanif.
I don't know if it's correct or not, but I think annotating is like marking some parts with a comment or something. I don't know too.
Okay. Right. So Hanif, you can report yourself to Rifan or Yota. Okay, so you can get the extra point for today. Any other wants to try what is annotating? Yeah, sure. Who are you? Okay. Okay, in your own language. Okay. Right. So Ali, you can report yourself to Yota and Rifan. Yeah. Anybody wants to try?
If I may try,
Yes,
annotate
Hansel.
is about adding notes to a certain text or diagram. So when you try to read something and then you need something to be memorized or you need something to understand the topic more, you can add notes or you can even add a diagram at near the text or near the image.
Okay, right. So yes, Hansel, you can report yourself as well. And Laura?
Yes, I think annotating is like giving a note to object or like word or sentence.
Like word or sentence. Okay. Right, Laura, you can report yourself. Yes, Gibran.
Okay, ma'am. Before my sound is clear or not?
Yeah, it's very clear.
Okay. Annotating for me is like we're trying to make your comment or your responses or also your note about some sentence in the articles or text that you read, right? So if you that we know in the text is also have many sentences and phrases, you can also take the notes or responses or also your comments on that text that also explain about your argument about that sentence in the text itself.
Okay, like making or giving response about statement. Yeah. So Gibran, again, you can report yourself. Well, yes. What your friends already talk, all of them answers are correct. So it's writing notes. Annotating is from the word notes. Yeah. So we make notes about what we already read. So what and where we should write it. So usually for writing notes, we write the summary or the summary of what we already read from the text, or something that maybe we don't understand about that text. So we write question mark usually. What is it about? What it is? Or you just need to write the question mark. That is annotating. And also, if you have a response about the statement inside the text. So you write your response there. So later when you do practice or when you do the exercise, if there is an exercise inside the book, then you can just copy paste your response to that exercise. Yeah, for example. And where should we write the annotating? The notes itself, of course, it is written in the margin of the book or the article, just like this one. I believe all of you are already familiar with these kind of things. Pasti udah pada familiar, right? Since our junior high school. Yeah, sometimes when we don't know about something, we make question mark over here, or we just like this one, writing the notes like that, like this one. And since from the example, the example here, since the the next page, the previous page is a blank one. So the author or the one who write the annotating put the summary or response over here. Yeah, so here is the annotating. And the question is how to do or can we do underlining and annotating together? The answer must be yes, for sure. And how to do it? We do it mostly like this. Sometimes when the margin of the book or the article is not wide enough to be written there, so we put the post-it, right? We use the post-it. So post it, yeah, not the post it, but we use the post it. Of course we make it like this one. So we do highlighting as well. We use highlighter about something that is important for us, and we sometimes write the underlining as well and make the annotating like this one. Until here, any questions? Nope. Right, I'm going to stop share this one. Okay, so we already talked about what is the relationship between the two pictures, two article titles from last week with a critical reading class. And we already talked about the activities before, during, and after reading, and how to build our critical thinking as well. So we talk also about, we discuss also about what is underlining, what is annotating. So you already got the um what is it? The theory about the reading strategy. Now I'm going to share. Hang on, this one. So since you already got the theory, it means that yeah, this is the announcement. Yeah, the same thing. All students will be in the same group until the end of this semester. So nanti nggak akan ada yang pindah-pindah ya, kecuali kalau memang ada yang mau ada yang di drop out atau ada yang mengundurkan diri like that. It means that you are going to do the group work assignment. Yeah, so you will do the group work assignment with your group. What you need to do, you just need to go to your Schoology account and find the group work assignment in today's folder. But I haven't published the folder for today's folder in Schoology ya. Jadi saya belum publish. Nanti saya akan publish ketika sudah selesai Zoom-nya. Submit only one answer sheet per group in PDF file on Schoology. One answer sheet per group. So who will submit it? The one is the group leader. Jadi yang akan submit hanya group leadernya aja. Kalau misalnya ternyata, Miss, the group leader's internet connection is not good, can the member submit the answer sheet? Yes, of course you can, ya. Jadi nanti kalau misalnya group leadernya ternyata internet connectionnya lagi nggak bagus, boleh sama salah satu membernya. File name is the group leader's name, and then hyphen or strip, and then group leader's name, and then hyphen or strip, and K here means class, ya. So you are 17, K17. Just like this. Nanti kalau misalnya ternyata yang upload atau yang submitnya bukan group leader tapi membernya, file name tetap seperti ini ya. So the file name must be this one, the group leader's name, and then K what. And don't forget to write all the group members, name and name, including the group leader. Jadi semua nama dan NIM yang ada di kelompok tersebut, jadi termasuk ketuanya dan the member, itu harus dituliskan di situ. You can write it at the top of the paper or at the bottom of the paper, ya. It's up to you. And the deadline or the the gym will be tomorrow at 7 a.m. So you have almost 24 hours to discuss the assignment because you need time to discuss it. Okay. Until here, any question? No? Okay, I'm going to stop share. Now it's time for me to share the what is the look of the group work assignment. Okay. Previewing the text. There are 3 pages for the assignment. Yeah, this is the first page. You just need to choose one book. Okay, one book. You can choose fiction or non-fiction. It's up to you. So you can discuss with your group what you want to analyze, what book you want to analyze. And the title of the book itself should be different from other groups. Jadi nggak ada yang judul bukunya itu sama ya antar grup. And then you answer the questions inside the table untuk yang page 1 ya. And then table of contentnya nanti tinggal disebutin aja. And then what is the glossary, index, and appendix. Then you can just write the answer there. That is for page 1. Now untuk page 2, basically, this is like the step by step in how to do previewing. Jadi di sini ada kurang lebih seperti step by step gimana sih cara kita untuk previewing the text. Tapi ada beberapa kalimat pertanyaan, ada beberapa pertanyaan. Jadi kalimat tanya yang harus kalian jawab. Jadi yang harus kalian isi hanyalah yang ada tanda tanyanya atau yang berupa kalimat tanyanya. For example, like this one. What do I think this chapter is going to cover? What do I already know about this topic? How do I think blah 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 blah. You can answer it over here atau misalnya mau di blank page itu boleh, tapi kalian copy paste dulu soalnya apa, baru nanti jawabannya di selanjutnya, like that ya. Boleh di sebelahnya atau di bawahnya. Itu yang harus dijawab berarti kan yang nomor 1, and then number 4 because there is a question mark here, and then question number 6, and that's it untuk yang page 2. Now for page 3. We move on to the chapter. So inside the book itself, the chapter or the section. Nah, for chapter or section, you can choose any chapter or any section. Just choose only one. Okay, from what page to what page, and then you answer the question inside the table, like this one. Okay. Actually, there is instruction here. Just in case if you forgot for my explanation. Here, what to do. 1, choose only one fiction or non-fiction book that your group want to analyze. And then for page 1, answer all questions inside the table. For page 2, write answers only those sentences which have a question mark. Jadi yang cuman what is it yang tanda tanya, yang ada tanda tanyanya aja. And for page 3, just choose only one chapter. Okay, and this is how you need to give a name for the file and who will submit. Only one person who submit the answer on Schoology. Right. Until here, any question? Okay, so for today's meeting, the presence, you just need to go to your EduNext and read mark as read ya, or mark as attend. Saya nggak tahu kalau untuk mahasiswa mark as attend atau mark as read. Nanti coba kalian masuk situ. baru Pak Bambang buka barusan. And then for Schoology itself, hang on. Yeah, I already published just now for week 2 folder for your class today. Yeah, so please go to your EduNext and mark as read or attended, I think attendee, I don't know, for student there, so that EduNext can record your presence there, and it will automatically synchronize with 6. Right, talking about next week. If I'm not mistaken, next week is a holiday, right? Let's just wait for the announcement from the government whether the holiday will be moved to Wednesday or not. Yeah, so I will inform you what we are going to have for next week. Yeah, what we are going to do for next week, whether we will have a synchronous class or asynchronous class, like that. Okay, any question?
Ma'am, when is the deadline for the group work?
The deadline for the group work is tomorrow at 7 morning.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Yeah. Any other question? No?
Excuse me, ma'am. I want to ask, is that the book for the assignment must be in English or we can choose Indonesian book also?
Very good question. Of course, because this is the English class, so it should be an English book.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Any other question? No? Okay, so if you have any questions, you can drop it in our WhatsApp group. Okay, kalau misalnya kalian ngechat saya di Microsoft Teams, saya khawatirnya nggak ada notifikasi masuk, jadi nggak kebaca. So you can just drop me the question on our WhatsApp group atau mau DM di WhatsApp, that's fine as well. Yeah. Okay, Nadif.
Excuse me, man. I'd like to ask, by non-fiction books, does that mean like history books, or can we use college books?
Up to you. It's up to you.
Oh, it's up to us. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, sure. So just choose the one that is easier for you to analyze, for you and your group to analyze. Yeah. So I don't limit, you cannot choose this book, you cannot choose this book. I will not limit that. So it's up to you. But as long as it is a English book and it has a different title or different book with other groups, and that is really fine. Yeah. Right. Last time. Any question? No. All right, so if there is no question, I think that's all for today. And for those who haven't accessed the EduNext, please access now before the system closes. Okay, and I'll see you again later. I will let you know when we will meet for the class, whether yeah, next week, when we will meet for next week. Yeah, so I think that's all for today. I'll see you again soon. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good luck, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.